250 Gemstones culture represents a nation of people that strive for excellence and greatness every single day. We are more than journalism. We are a revolution. Come on, let's kick this door down and let everybody know we up in here.
A death row inmate was executed last night using nitrogen gas, and this was the first time the method was ever used in the U.S.
As of last night, nitrogen epoxy as a means of execution is no longer an untested method. It is a proven one. To my colleagues across the country, many of which were watching last night, Alabama has done it, and now so can you. And we stand ready to assist you in implementing this method in your states.
59-year-old Kenneth Eugene Smith was convicted in a murder-for-hire plot back in the 1980s. The state tried to put him to death by lethal injection 2 years ago, but prison staff failed to insert the IV and had to call it off. NBC News correspondent Marissa Parra joins us now. So, Marissa, there were a lot of concerns leading up to the execution last night that this could be considered cruel and unusual. A nitrogen gas execution had never been tested. Walk us through what happened.
Hey, Vicky and Morgan. So Smith's team had argued that as cruel and unusual punishment, that this violated the Constitution. This was something that caught the attention of not just critics of capital punishment, but also human rights experts with the United Nations. But as we saw this week, efforts to either appeal or to block the execution altogether were unsuccessful. This happened last night. It took roughly 20 minutes, and how it went really depends on who you ask. When we heard from the commissioner for Alabama's Department of Corrections, they attributed the involuntary movement seen just minutes after the execution process began to side effects of research they have seen on nitrogen hypoxia. The Attorney General's office this morning called what they saw not out of ordinary, what they expected, but I want to give you a moment to take a listen to what we heard from the spiritual advisor for Smith.
We saw this mask tied to the gurney and him ripping his head forward over and over and over again. And we also saw correction officials in the room who were visibly surprised at how bad this thing went.
We also heard from a remote reporter who was in the room. This morning on MSNBC, Jose Diaz-Balart did an interview with this reporter, and this reporter said that they've seen roughly 5 executions, but they described watching Smith thrash against his straps, gasping for breath, and he said, quote, "I have never seen a more violent execution." Last night, we also heard from the sons of Elizabeth Sennett. Elizabeth Sennett is the victim in all of this in 1988.
So what they saying is, so at first the Alabama attorney looked like that nigga is lying, talking about everything is all right. Everything is all right. Let's get these people executed. All this death and murder. Woo. Everybody gonna be doing that. And what's one thing about politicians, all these people, they're gonna do some lying.
This was the victim at the center of the murder-for-hire plot, which Smith was convicted for. One of her sons, Michael, said that yesterday was a somber moment. It's not something that they're celebrating. It's not something that's going to bring their mother back. But Vicky and Morgan, he did say that they do feel a sense of closure from all of this.
And still 3 other states are using this method here. NBC News correspondent Marissa Parra for us.
Welcome to the 250 Gemstones News TV channel. I am your host, Michael T. Porter, and I'm bringing the news here behind like no other. This is a channel that represents a nation of people that strive for excellence and greatness every single day. I have another bomb news segment for y'all, but before I begin, I hit that like button, the subscribe button, and share button. Hit that notification bell so you know when I am dropping. And if you would like to support the channel, Cash App, $Michael US. Once again, Cash App, $Michael, capital U, capital S. It's going to be right here. It's going to be right here. It's going to be somewhere so you guys can see it. Man, oh man, the death penalties. That was Alabama. I got another story about a guy, most recent one, and a black man out there in Louisiana. Death penalty is on the rise. Putting people in gas chambers is on the rise. Lethal injection is on the rise. What's going on with the United States? Let's check this other story out too, and I'm gonna give you my opinion about the whole death penalty phenomenon that's taking place. Drum roll, please. This is according to NBCnews.com. Here we go. Let's see. Louisiana executes man. Hold on, move this down. With nitrogen gas after a 15-year pause. Jesse Hoffman Jr., who was convicted in a 1996 murder, argued the method of nitrogen hypoxia will violate his ability to practice his Buddhist breathing techniques. Article written by Eric Ortiz and Abigail Brooks. Louisiana put a condemned man to death using nitrogen gas in his first execution since 2010, making it only the second state to administer the controversial method. The execution of Jesse Hoffman Jr., convicted in 1996 murder of a woman abducted from a New Orleans parking garage, was completed Tuesday. He was pronounced dead at 6:50 p.m. at the Louisiana State Penitentiary in Angola. They said that the nitrogen gas had flowed for 19 minutes during what an official characterized as a flawless execution. Hours before the planned execution, a state district court judge rejected an attempt by Hoffman's lawyers to obtain a temporary pause. Governor Jeff Landry, who signed a bill last year making nitrogen hypoxia a legal alternative to lethal injection, did not intervene. They killing niggas all over. Tuesday evening, the U.S. Supreme Court denied a last-ditch effort to intervene in a 5-4 vote. Hoffman's lawyers argued Monday that the method violated his constitutional rights, including his ability to practice his Buddhist religion in his final moments. Hoffman's attorney, Cecilia Capel, said in a statement Tuesday night that the execution was senseless, particularly because Hoffman showed extraordinary capacity for redemption and no longer bore any resemblance to the 18-year-old who killed Molly Elliott. Now, let me see. It was Molly Elliott. That's a white woman. Now, if this is a white woman, because they're going to kill his black ass. Oh, she's white. Oh, my Lord. She is white. I just want to make sure this is the same guy. Yep, Hoffman's dead. Hoffman's dead. That's her. So this is the firing squad. I ain't got time for all that. But the woman. It's a white woman. Ooh. Why they keep... I don't want to see this. I'm just trying to show y'all the picture of her. But that's her. Y'all getting on my nerves, bro. I just want to see Molly. This I just blow it up like this. Since y'all won't give me... I type in image, but y'all give me a video. So this is the white woman. This is her. Wow. Oh, now this is making sense. They killed him because she was a white woman. That's one thing about Louisiana. You are not going to get away with harming a white woman. So let's see. What's her name again? Who killed Molly Elliott, Capel, director of the Center for Social Justice at Loyola University College of Law, continued. His execution will cause lasting harm to many. Jesse's son was a newborn at the time of his trial and has been raised by his father from death row. The prison staff who were forced to kill someone they have grown to care for and protect, and the citizens of Louisiana who have said, "Not in my name, we are better than this." Hoffman, 46, said he began practicing Buddhism in 2002 and used meditative breathing practices to calm his anxiety in prison. Let me scroll down. Sorry, guys. They won't go away. Last week, U.S. District Judge Shelley Dick in Louisiana temporarily stopped Hoffman's execution after she found it deserves more scrutiny and said she was troubled that the state waited to release only a redacted nitrogen hypoxia protocol to the public. All right. So that's pretty much the juke. So now I'm going to give y'all some background history. Louisiana, the blacks in Louisiana, especially New Orleans, and the whites in New Orleans have been fighting for New Orleans for years. And a lot of racism going on around there, a lot of racism going on. But one thing about Louisiana, you are not going to, especially New Orleans, I don't know about the other states, I'm pretty sure it's in all the other cities, you are not going to kill a white person, especially a white woman, and get away with it. They want your life. They want your black ass in the ground. You will do time. And this is why the black on black crime was perverted. It was conditioned amongst black men because even though at that time, especially 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, predominantly black, they still have some white folks out there, white folks with some big money, but you ain't hear too many black men robbing white folks because of this situation right here. This man right here killed a white woman, and that's why he's getting executed. I'm trying to figure, because I'm thinking about all the crazy stuff that's going on in New Orleans, all the crime that has been going on in New Orleans, all of the corruption. Why him? Why Mr. Hoffman? Why Mr. Hoffman got to get his ass up out of here? Because he killed a white woman. And this is a beautiful white woman. Oh, my Lord. You out of there, my friend. You are out of there. So now we get into the meat and potatoes of this. So all of these, especially with the blacks, all of these crimes, they really don't care if we kill one another. But if we kill, even if we kill the Mexicans, if we kill Latinos, they don't care. Just don't touch their precious white women, their precious white children. You kill a white child, you kill a white woman, your ass is getting hung. And it's going back to the slavery days to where we will kill each other, but they have set an example. You guys can act an ape. Y'all can conduct that monkey business among yourselves. Y'all can create genocides, participate in genocides amongst each other, but don't you dare touch white folk. We're going back to them days. They're encouraging genocide amongst the blacks, but making it absolutely known you will not touch any of white folks. You will not handle white folks, white police officers, white women. We're going back to them days. Y'all flood my comments. Do y'all believe Jesse Hoffman's execution was because he killed a woman, an innocent woman, or is because he killed an innocent white woman out there in Louisiana? Oh, yeah, it's cracking down there. It is cracking down there. And it's been going on for years. As long as black men kill each other, Louisiana has no problems. Don't you dare touch that snow bunny. 250 Capital G News. I'm gone.